uíochas an deisbheith seo agus mo chuid dáanta riint líb agus go háir Steve siúd atá seo agus bhfuil gréig agus mór go mé nach a caintlumm héine bheisma. So I'm going to read my poems in Irish, but I'll explain them in English before I start. So my first poem is about sex, and it has at its focus a sort of no strings attached relationship between two men. And throughout the poem, in the course of the poem, the boundary between the two men dissolves until they become one, and then when they crystallize into their own selves, the power dynamic between them has shifted, and so we're not sure of them which is the character, the eponymous character. And the title of the poem is Fuckboy. Gealan de bheorghuit ir bhúrú I híl, nach titi tú chuiche dá angoch a ríist. Ach taibh sin sé rót, is íran cead loi, agus déir de bhéil tá, har I níl I de chrí. De bhíon in a crystal, a churp in a léas. Ag únsaí de frisma, gnéantar dí tisma. Ligan tú úl ó la Smock go de bhéil, de bhalaí fullún, de chromáin san air. Trí fáil de chluise, cluistar scartna de bhéil. Is aithníon ta inchen, gur sea iad go léir. Líontar de chéadthaí le cúracht a chnis. Líontar de chús go dtí nach leatú, ach leis. Trí wach imrisc de huaile a hrúis in a slá, nó go núnan tú duile, scí an rá. Gan cheangal na rusc si bh tuairteáil déan turt, de chuid ingna na chraicin seanis a gui burt, go spréithir do ga in a bháha go fíal, ach go bháchar leis héine ir bhúrú de híl. So I wrote that poem in the summer of 2020, but I wrote it about a time when I was single, before I was lucky enough to meet Jack Moriarty, who's here. And I think as he bothered coming tonight, it's only appropriate that I read a poem that I wrote for Jack earlier in the year while we were weathering one of the lockdowns together. So the poem is very short, but it's in a complex bardic metre called Rinneadh War, which the bhfilí used to practice centuries ago. So I'm not going to explain the rules of the metre because you all go to sleep, but you'll sense the metre from it because it makes the sounds in the poem ring off each other in a nice way. So it's a 4-line poem with a very simple title, Dawn the Jack. Rí rua mé I glúb cín de chléibh, spéir ganéal íomh héibh de húl. Lehéin sinne, láb láb, as ar an rá a rinne room. So that's that one. And my final poem is a translation. It's a bit longer, and I'm going to do something a bit strange. I've translated, it's a 1797 poem by the master poet Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, and I've translated it directly from German into Irish. The title in English, Der Zauberlehrling, it means the magician's apprentice or the sorcerer's apprentice. So if you've seen Fantasia, you'll know the story of the poem from the scene where Mickey Mouse, who is the apprentice, animates a broom and then fights with the broom to make it stop pouring water everywhere before it drowns the place. So the master magician comes back at the end and order is restored. So because the poem is the language is quite challenging, even if you speak Irish well, I want to help convey the drama of the poem by performing it in a slightly different way and dressing for the occasion. So if you'll bear with me, I'm just going to put this on. So. The title of the poem in Irish is Dalta and Draoi. Said, as I'm the black sheep of the lot already, as the Irish speaker, I might as well go the whole hog and wear a cloak as well. Okay, so Dalta and Draoi. Shuma hans, tan shandri creama, bali lesh hiúl sa dere, mihid doch with tashi driachta gníomhúchums mehilse yena. Gach ein chlasses briher, hug me lom waiad, Tála meag na fuiver is dinthe mise dríocht. Astric, din do bhealach, le go meall her isgón strahan, is go sníthe sé go ceiseach, dá Eoin hain isteach sa tabán. Aire hanscúb súsca beoga, din chuid hain ó jobbe léine, fada hu id jola rosen, din inis de réir ma véintse. Bíoch péra cosfút, is cligin de war, brostig is boelroot, berlaat an Corcán. Astric, din do bhealach, le go meall her isgón strahan, is go sníthe sé go ceiseach, dá Eoin hain isteach sa tabán. Féach sin ag ric a hain, tá sé ag an mrúchís hanna, is ras ball go deach ag dirte leis go dána. Siod ríist ag fille, tá an dauch boglán, tá gach baulig sille, siad fadlum lán. Seasa, martha ruing, lán nuhan dead de híher. Och, Meléin is me jarmad nílan bríher fós im chuine, bríher bhé a thura, tú a ompu ras mar hastu. Och, se chu mé fós ag ompid, be a wad hu ríistid hanscúb. Dirtin sé gan sténa, isgesteach sa rúm, sruhanna na géalta, ina níle chúm. Stop is leor sin ormsan ragrocht a cheangal, sláun an téa, tá ma tísig fós a dóla, féch an drachir, féch a édan. Och a áver seorí jaun, báhar orman tachtri chéile, fecim wem an dílig sráwe, is gach tarseach di ag géile. Gealta tá sa scúbse, tá sé bauer dúr, bíad waid a húrgam, bíad has a ciún. Cad a bá leat mís gan zere, tá wem brehert tú a chuisce, is fu jere do han ámad lel an jéir na bíle squilte. Féch se chú mé, ríist ag dörte, se mé nis im léam an nuasart, géle fúca, gélgam vianta, luasgam har me chean an túart. Úl men spruk gedídach, tá sé in rá le, ligam os na fuishev, is dóchas fél sa rás. Och Meléin ger tá dá leisin ina seasa mar virtually, custníg mé an olg se dhéiche, tá siad ard lán is olvi. Nílén stop lo flucht níos fliche, tá an siomers bar na céime, uafas an lín se isce, éist a wáister, cahir éistecht. Áise hún an seandri, wáister tá me bunk, glí mé de hasí, ach ní éister lum. Sinne jere scúba, steach sa chúne is a hasí, ná éistí gríomh lenach eile, ach le garm is til an seandri.